Welcome to Built for This Network, where we inspire, empower, and motivate. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch at Built for This Network. Streaming 24 hours, 365 on Roku Streaming App and Amazon Fire TV. Also join the movement at BuiltForThisRadioNetwork.com. We are Built for This Network, for the strong, not the weak.
For this, I get it rockin' like the chief do. Two-step king, move a Dean and truck D2. Color clean, pull up white thing, looking see-through. Bust a bus banging on the speaker, it get lethal. It don't be broad, but we could really get specific. Tell me what you really know about DJ Purplish. Poetic sense, Tony Sanchez, they bringin' heat. They in the zone every time like the ENT. Game on Smash, got the padlock to it. It's for the strong, not the weak, even Madlock knew it. And if they think somebody better, they been sippin' on fluid. And ain't no party like a party with the madhouse moving. Okay, we built for this, built for this, built for this, we too built for this. Built for this, built for this, for the strong, not the weak, we too built for this. Let's go.
We are Built for This Network, for the strong, not the weak. We are Built for This Network, for the strong, not the weak.
The Zone, man.
Job or the working, yeah, we all need bread. Really, we just gotta thank God when it's working. I can't lay my head, knowing I ain't give my all and put it work in. I sleep when I'm dead, but dog, right now I gotta move with a purpose. Gotta move with a purpose, yeah. Whoa, yeah, I'm moving with precision, decisions. There's so many avenues I could get in. Yeah, I was tripping, me and God, we had us a sitting. He told me do better, I say better now, I be winning. Now I'm turned up, I just work hard and I'm chillin'. Gotta stack up the money young for the children. God told me, boy, you too hard, you don't fit in. The big play for the big dogs, gonna dig in. $10 per hour, I still gotta get in. Gotta count them chickens. And y'all guys still want me at the same time. Oh, I gotta mob my business. I thank you, God, cause I know I'm strong. Folks outside look at me for guidance. And a small percentage don't even like me, but I get on beats like way beside it. It's exciting, like did you hear? Folks say they like my music, cause they feel like in the street while you right. Don't like my job, but I work it. Yeah, we all need bread. Really, we just gotta thank God when it's working. I can't lay my head, knowing I ain't give my all and put it work in. I sleep when I'm dead, but dog, right now I gotta move with a purpose. Gotta move with a purpose, yeah.
Guess who stepped in?
Built for this network.
This is the number one Chief Rocka, Jerseyvern, on his recap show. Yeah, I said recap show. Yeah.
Built for this.
Nobody else can do it like me. I'm the man that comes on here, 2-3 hours straight, non-stop. I talk about everything. Sports ain't the only thing in life. I talk about life in general.
Guess who stepped in?
Can anybody get like the Chief Rocka? I don't think so. This is Chief Rocka. Can't stop us. He don't drink no Chief Rocka.
Chief Rocka was there. Chief Rocka was there till the end. Chief Rocka gonna tell you how it ended. Yes, sir. So if you know something that I don't know, call up the number 404-618-2119. Call me up and let me know what you know. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck he making millions or not. He still needs coaching up. He's nothing but a player. You're supposed to be a coach that knows the system and know how you block on different plays. That's the whole thing right there. People think you just get in front of motherfucking block. No, it's not like that. You gotta take angles on motherfuckers. You gotta block a certain way. If a player's called to go off the 9-hole or the 8-hole, you gotta be able to know which way to block the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Chief Rock is back. The number one Chief Rock in Jerseyvern, the Master Blaster, the Mac is back on the radio.
Get with the program. Chief Rocka is coming on. Tune in. You got your mind to the pop show. There's a lot of passion, joy, and a little bit of happiness in my show. So if you want to come in with this with me, come in. This is the number one Chief Rocka, Jerseyvern. Do you like it? Down.
Built for this network.
From the Jersey state. From the Jersey state.
This is what you hear right here on Built for This Network.
Jersey state.
This is Mocha Bella from X Squad Radio Network. It's Monday, and you're listening to the number one Chief Rocka, Jerseyvern, recap and entertainment show, where he gets you updated on all your sports, entertainment, and news, and also has guests sitting in. Tune in and enjoy the show. Go Chief Rocka.
This is DJ Poetic Sins. We're built for this network and in the zone. And you're tuned into right now the number one Chief Rocka, Jerseyvern, with his recap and entertainment show right here on YouTube, Fire Stick TV, and Roku. Download those apps. Let's go.
This is your girl, DJ Purplicious. If you're down with football, basketball, baseball, all those different kind of sports, come on through and check out the one and the only number one Chief Rocka. He got it all for you. Just sit back and relax. Come on through and check him out. You know what I'm saying?
Check this out. This DJ Mukadeen, the Two-Step King, and I'm listening to the number one Chief Rocka, Jerseyvern, the Master Blaster, recap and entertainment show.
Y'all talk about sports. I talk about entertainment.
If you don't know, now you know.
I talk about news. I talk about whatever you want.
If you didn't know, Now you know.
I talk about if you say your mama whip your ass, I'm gonna talk about it.
If you thought you knew, now you know.
You know what I'm saying? This is number one Chief Rocker, Jerseyvern.
Let's go, Burn.
He's back. The Master Blaster himself. My big brother. The number one Chief Rocker. Jerseyvern. Yeah, man.
My niggas look mad. Y'all supposed to be happy I'm free. Y'all niggas look like y'all wanted me to stay in jail. Oh, busters.
Now, directly from the planet, representing Jersey on the Love. Cool G brother.
You're in big trouble now, pal.
Damn, I miss home.
We're back. I'm back. You know what I'm saying? I tell you who ain't back. All those bandwagon fans, all those 76er fans that thought when they beat Boston, that was over. We're going to walk through the Knicks. The Knicks ain't shit. Leave it up to everybody else out here that's talking about it. If you're not a Knicks fan, but hold up. Some Knicks fans are shady too. We're going to talk about them too. But today's show, man, we got a lot of NBA talk, MLB, Major League Baseball, NFL, go talk. We're going to talk about a lot of shit going on in the world news today, too. Not a lot, but some major shit, man. Shit that's been going on, and all of a sudden people want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? You know when 45, 47 got elected in the House, and all those months, or either damn near a year, I'm trying to get people to go vote and vote the right way. I can't tell you how to vote or who to vote for, but vote the right way. And if you thought that Trump was the right way, that's why you didn't vote, or that's why you voted for him. Look what's happening now. And I'm talking about some of the shit that's going on that's happening. You know, I don't know how you're going to take it because I'm talking about a lot of shit from time to time. And I don't talk about it like everybody else talk about it. I talk about it in Chief Rocka passionate way or realistic way. You know what I'm saying? But what is being said out in the streets, that's the way I'm talking about it. Fuck all that politically correct and all that bullshit. You know, we're going to talk about it like it should be talked about. Also, WNBA, I didn't want to say nothing about this subject, but I tapped on it yesterday. I was on the Cooking with the Microwave show. So they discussed it, but I just had one point I wanted to make about it. So that's that dig situation. We're not going to talk about Mancini, whatever the fuck the broad name is. We're not going to talk about her and Mike Verbal. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to talk about them because you know what? They don't get talked about the way Udoka, the coach that used to coach the Celtics, how he got talked about and ran out of town when he dealt with a female that worked in the staff. This is different. Braybo was a coach and she was media, but that's what I want to say. She got access to the NFL. I'm media. I ain't got access to shit. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's the same shit. All that the same shit, just in different parameters. That's all. But yeah, we got a lot to talk about. And we're gonna do that. I got a guest probably coming on, probably a little later on. I'm a homeboy from out of Jersey. He coming on, talk a little Nick talk. You know what I'm saying? You know what's so strange? And it kind of like, it doesn't bother me because, I'm my own person and I do my own things, right? And the way I like to do it. But you notice, Nick fans that have a podcast, or people that knows I'm diehard Nick fan, Nick Giants, Yankees, Rangers, that knows I'm a diehard fan of these teams, they don't never, ever, once in a blue moon, say, hey, Chief, why don't you come on the show and talk about your team? Because they know when I come on there, I'm going to tell it like I feel. I ain't going to come on there and you be like, well, I'm going to ask you this question. No, let's do the show. Then the show come on, I'm on there, you ask the question then. Don't keep programming me on fucking question. Because the narrative may change by that time, But yeah, they are always they always change it. They always change the narrative to what you want to be. You know what I'm saying? And so we're gonna talk about a lot of this stuff, man. But in the meantime, between time, a young man, I'm bad at this. I didn't write his name down to say who the man was. But a young brother, remember I used to tell you about how people were snatched up and people missing and stuff like that and all that. Well, we got the one that made it home. They found him. It was a young brother, played basketball here in high school, about 6'9", and he had been missing for a couple of weeks now, probably 3 weeks or so. And they had a lot of, ads out for him and stuff like that, But the main thing, we want to know, as I don't know in the other culture, but as African American, the main thing we want to know is where you been? You know what I'm saying? Where you been? First and foremost, be happy that they found him. And so far, if they not saying anything, the man don't have no problems. If he do, they keeping it hush hush to the family. But the main thing is he's home. That's the main thing. These people have their child back. If he's been damaged or anything like that, that's for them to handle and get professional help and seek out for him. But I'm just happy that we made it home, because we got people going in other countries and coming back or dying. We got people getting snatched up here, never been found. His brother was lucky, So all in all, man, we got a lot of shit going on out here, but we ain't talking about that. What we talking about this weekend? I'm be honest with you. All they're talking about this weekend is, which is, you can say, is legitimate because it's been going on since I've been living. I've been living for 66 years now, right? Let me rephrase that. Let me go back. Well, move and tell you. Negro, you was born October. You ain't 66 yet. But every time another year comes, I put on my make it to that month. So I always count it up. But anyway, I've been living this long, and we always celebrate Mother's Day, talk about Mother's Day, do things and enjoy. But we are in a time of real bad depression, and nobody is really realizing it because people are not educating people that's coming up under them to all these situations, all these things that's going on and why they're going on. People like they overlooking shit going on. I was at a little function Saturday. I was talking to a young lady, and I was telling her, only time I really go anywhere because I'm so fucking disgusted with the United States and people that's supposed to rep the middle and low class people. That's what they call us. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that ain't making motherfucking money like a lot of these other people are making. The people that Trump liked the most is the ones that's making dollars. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the meaning of him liking them better than us. You know what I'm saying? I can speak on it, but it ain't shit to speak on, really. You know what I'm saying? Due to the fact that them his group of people, he love them, and he gonna make sure he take care of them. And we get overlooked in life. And that's what's happening. But we don't have no leadership. We don't have nobody that is saying, hey, I want to get a couple of million of people together and name a spot and go talk to these people. Tell them it's time to wake up. We need to make a movement. We don't move on this, moving on that, and we're not letting this happen no more than that. Here it is right now. And after this show, I'm going to early vote because I got a message today letting me know where one of the spots at. And I'm going to go over there early vote. So that means that they have my transfer, like from one county to another. I'm in another county. So that means I can go vote. I probably could have been vote, but see, That's another thing. They're slow with getting you your voter registration card to you, or either better yet, letting you know that you are eligible to vote in this county. You know, they don't do that shit, you know? They can sit down and say, oh, it's a bunch of us running an election and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, we do the legwork, but it's always that Gentile over everything. You know what I'm saying? But still in all, if we run in the intermediate shit, you should let me know that I can vote right now, you know? But we're in the middle of a midterm election, right? Where we vote for everything in the city, shit that's going to the White House to represent you. We're voting for that shit now, midterm. And it is not being advertised. I don't see people out. I'm out here all day Saturday. I don't see nobody going around advertising, hey, go vote, blah, blah, blah. That shit, I don't know that. You see a motherfucker on the megaphone. November the 5th. Make sure you all go to the polls and vote for Democratic so and so, so and so, Republican so and so, so. You know, you'll hear that shit constantly. You don't hear none of that shit. They think that social media is what is going to put it out there for you. No, leave that shit alone. Motherfuckers hearing you every day going out there talking about the election, saying where to go. You know what I'm saying? And all that good shit is not being done though. So this is how I feel. I feel until we get somebody, female or man, right, with some balls to start a movement, we're going backwards and backwards. I've seen since I moved down here in 98. Since 1998, I moved down here up until now. I've seen our culture as a black man or minority, right, go backwards. We was always number 2 behind the Gentile when I was growing up. We was always the second race behind the Gentile, which we could be the first if we stopped hating and disrespecting one another and loving one another and trying to help one another out. Those words I just said is words that should be preached every day in your household, but it's not being done, you know? So this is what I feel. Until we get a woman or man to start this movement and lead us the right way, shit, we're gonna be back on the motherfucking farm picking shit. We're already in what they call that undercover slavery right now. You know what I'm saying? If you really look at what you do, your position, and as you really moving any further up, that should let you know. We are still in slavery. And it's modern day, but it's still slavery. You know? We got limitation, this limitation, that. Here it is. I'm fighting motherfuckers, right, over something that me as a vet, right, and as a senior should be least guaranteed the situation. I'm not going to speak on the situation, but whatever program or whatever situation you got, and I apply, you shouldn't have to go every fucking 90 days, go and look into my bank account. You want me to bring bank account? You want me to bring another ledger from where I stay at? You know, you want me to bring this, you want me to bring that. But at the same time, it ain't like you paying a hell of a lot of money to me doing all this. You know? So, yeah, we really got to step up, man. We're not stepping up to the plate, man. If we were playing baseball, we'd be struck out before we got to the plate, because that's how slow we move. They've been 2-3 pitches right down the pipe. Bang, bang, bang. You out. So by the time you get the home plate, you're walking back to the back. You know? So, that's baseball terminology, for the females that don't know. If you get 3 strikes, you out. You know what I'm saying? That up the bat, you're out. So we working on that. We almost out the game. And that ain't no lie. We are almost out the game. And I don't see no, once in a while you may see, like the other day I seen Walnut, Raphael Walnut. He's the pastor of the church that Martin Luther King used to preach at, but that was the old one. Walnut, he preaching a brand new one they got. But anyway, he's a Senate representative for down here, because we have 2 of them. And it's a lot of different representatives. And see, that's the thing about it. I know how to vote, I know how to study politics, but as far as all the different people that they got representing the state, I don't know all these seats. All I know is the 2 main senators, Warnock and Orfanoff, white guy and the brother, and both of them was Democrats, right? So as far as them 2, I say they did a fair job, because this is a red state. It became blue, but I think it's almost red again. And I'm gonna speak on the southern states, how the red states in the South is about to make a lot of changes to align us. A lot of changes. But we're gonna leave that alone. We're gonna get on the good things that's going on right now, especially in my heart. But first, let me introduce everybody that's in the chat room, man. First and foremost, Built for This Network own, we got DJ Mukadeen up in the house, my homeboy from Jersey, co-CEO and owner of this network. And we also have another co-CEO owner of the network. He goes by the name of DJ Mad to the motherfucking Knox. The crown holders up in the house. Let me flash that, because I keep getting me on TV too, so people can see the person. We also have another Built for This Network. Built for the Network is in the house early this morning, and she goes by the name of Miss Poetic Sense. She's the president of Creative Designs, and everything that has to do with making this organization look good, she does it. And she'll be on tonight. She usually be on Monday night playing music, probably from 8 to 9 or 8:30 to 9:30, whatever time she finished doing the things she has to do important at home. She comes home, So we'll hear some music tonight as you watch NBA game. And the finals of American Idol on tonight. If you hadn't voted for American Idols yet, make sure you watch the show tonight. We got 2 blacks in there tonight, right? 2 African Americans, whatever you want to call us. We have a young lady, and we have a guy. And there's a Caucasian woman on it. So 3 people left. The winner is tonight. They got a lot of people coming in, performing, and it's like a big celebration tonight. I think they get to sing 2 songs. If not, they're going to sing the 1 song that they want to sing. But the sister, bruh, she is badder than a motherfucker. And she can sing her ass off. So y'all need to get down there and vote for her today. We're in the house from Portland, Oregon. We have the lovely Miss Tiffany P&P. What's going on, Pooh from Portland? How you doing, Tiff? Thank you for coming in. Post said she will be on tonight, my usual time, 9 o'clock. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. So she'll be on probably from 9 to 10, 9 to 10:30. Big ups to that. That's something that you can sit back and listen to while you watching whatever you want, NBA games has been good. It was brought to my attention yesterday that NBA games haven't been good this round. First round was the best round in NBA playoffs I've seen in a while. This round right here, I guess all the men stepping up now. They sitting in the little boys' home and shit, right? You already got one sweep in one series that's over. The first team to the conference championship is your one and only. The Knicks. They used to call them the Knickerbockers. But now they cut it short to just Knicks. Yeah, the New York Knicks are in the championship round of the East. And you know, the funny thing about it, people was saying maybe Boston should have been in there. Boston couldn't even hold a 3-1 lead on a team we just swept. So how Boston should have been in there? That's what I'm trying to figure out, man. Somebody, wake me up and educate me on why somebody would say some shit like that, next team that should be able to sweep, and they're going to do it then, is the OKC Thunder taking on the Lakers, but they got the Lakers 3 games enough. And them young boys ready to put this shit to rest tonight so they can get their 1 or 2 injured players back together and feeling good. Because the next round don't start till the weekend. The Knicks may not play the Friday or Saturday. It all depends on these slow motherfuckers over there in Cleveland and Detroit. Which that series is 2-1. Detroit is up 2-1 with game 4 tonight in Cleveland. So that's another series that probably goes 6 or 7. You know what I'm saying? That one. And Minnesota. Minnesota tied it up last night. Wemby, their star player for San Antonio, Wemby, he got kicked out the game, man. He threw a hell of a vicious ass motherfucking elbow. But I don't blame Wemby, man, because the guy's 7'4". You got people tucking at you from your fucking knees on up to how hard they can get on your body. They just tucking, beating you, hitting you, and all that. So the man got tired. I don't know what Nas Reed did to him, but Nas Reed caught a motherfucking elbow in the throat. I mean, it was a vicious. Wemby may not be that big, but I believe me, an elbow is an elbow. And he got hit in the, I don't know how he survived that motherfucking elbow. I'm still rubbing my neck, you know what I'm saying? But when I seen that shit last night. But San Antonio lost a good game down the wire. Anthony Edwards here from the ATL. He showed off, man. He willed his team to victory last night. You know, that last, 6-7 minutes of the game, he took control and showed his team how you win games like this. You know what I'm saying? That's why that brother right there, Minnesota better have a motherfucking truckload of money for him. Because when his time comes to almost be up, oh yeah, he's gonna get the bag. What's that y'all call it bag? He's gonna get the bag. And when he do get the bag, it's gonna be with another team. It's not gonna be with Minnesota. Go, if you're back in the background, listen, he's gonna be on your team when it's all said and done. You know what I'm saying? Because your team couldn't keep 2 young ass players. Maybe that was different management or whatever. But they could have kept the Garnett and Stephon Marbury back in the day. They would have won a couple championships by now. So those 2 brothers, not too much Stephon, but he did do his thing. But Garnett when he did his thing. You know what I'm saying? So they better get the truck loaded. And speaking of Minnesota just walked up in the room. Guess who stepped in the room? We got my main man from Duluth, Minnesota. He goes by the name of R.C. Kevin. Is in the house. What's up, R.C.? He said, wishful thinking, Jersey. I hear you. R.C. said, if I got to get out that motherfucker, and stick the owner up to make him pay. He don't do that shit. I hear you, man. You know, keep that young man there. He's a great talent. He is a great. If he really learns other players and little ins and outs of the game, man, he'll be a beast. That's for real. Because when he learned a lot when he was on that Olympic basketball team, and they wouldn't have won the gold medal. Because he challenged all them jokers back then. He told one player, he said, "You scared of LeBron James? He a man pulling his pants just like you. Man, fuck that. We gonna take over. We gonna run LeBron out the gym." I guess he was getting ready to play LeBron on the Lakers again. He said, I think that game was out in LA, and I think they beat LA that game too. But yeah, he gonna be a bad brother, man. Shit. I know a lot of Knicks fans in the background saying, "Yo, bro, we won the motherfucking game yesterday. We swept. Why you ain't talking?" I'm gonna talk about us. All right? Let me get a little side shit to the side first. And then we're gonna have a lot of Knick talk. Let me get the other shit to the side first. Let me do that. I know y'all back there waiting anxiously, and we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about the Knicks. I have a lot of shit to say. Woo, my God. Archie said, we can't lose that, man, but in all seriousness, we got to build the team around him. Yeah, true that. True that. And y'all got some young players you can do it with, but I'm going to tell you one player you got to get rid of because he's going to be a cancer in the long run because he's going to start deteriorating. And that's Julius Randle. Get something for while he still got value. Minnesota should go ahead and trade him to a team that need a vet that can get you rebounds and points. You know what I'm saying? Because you can tell when Randall getting a funk is when he's not getting the ball like he wanted. He'll start doing stupid shit when he do get the ball. And I noticed that yesterday. So it's time for y'all to let Julius go and go get some nice young talent for him, man. Because y'all got a nice little squad. Just keep Joe Barrett, go Barrett. Because he's good. He holds up that center plate. All you need is a center like him that like to rebound it and block shots. You know what I'm saying? That's all you need. Archie said, and B saying, despite losing, this season was a success. That part of the problem right now, right there. You ain't lying, but I don't see where the fuck he had any type of success. He did not have no success. He damn near played. So what you gonna call success? Just beating Boston? You know what I'm saying? You came back and y'all beat Boston. That's just success. Because that's not really success. But Boston is having problems on their own too, man. We got my main man up in here. I was on the show last week. He goes by the name of Saint, the Saint. First Gen X is in the house. What's going on, Saint? Thank you for coming in, my brother. I appreciate it. But yeah, all in all, man, the NBA is getting ready to go into the conference final, and then a week or two from here, I'm not probably less than 2 weeks, we'll be in the NBA championship round. And now that I've mentioned championship, boy, I keep forgetting to get this loaded up and shit. But go New York, go New York, go New York. We are the New York Knicks. We are the New York Knicks, a crown holder. We need to make a motherfucking built for this network. Knicks. We all built for this network. We all built for this net. So go New York, go New York, go. Yeah. Work on that, man. Go to the lab, crown holder. You know, some Knicks shit. You know, you can have me yelling out, you yelling out, Jungle yelling out, Mook yelling out. You know what I'm saying? All the true Knicks fans yelling out on this motherfucker. We need to make one before we make it to the championship. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be off all week, man. So let's brain trust and make something happen. You know what I'm saying? So when we come on, we can put that bitch on. You know? That really get motherfuckers mad. But first and foremost, right? Congratulations once again to my New York Knickerbockers, New York Knicks, for going to the conference championship. first team going there, right? We just swept the Sixers. We just took over. That hold up. The last, let me see, we played 2 there, and we played 2 here. The last 4 games on the road, right? We had dominated the arenas of the Atlanta Hawks. This is now called the Mecca of the South. And we went down the turnpike and dominated the 76ers home court. I don't even know the name of the motherfucker, but now the old name. The new name is now the Garden of the Turnpike. The Garden in Philly. It can't be no more really. Yeah, we own that bitch. Y'all hear him yesterday? Did y'all hear him? Did y'all hear the fans yesterday? You can barely hear Philadelphia 76ers fan. You can barely hear them. And I mean the first night, Friday night, when we in that motherfucking just took over. And the strange thing about it is people surprised about the Knicks offense. Oh, man, where they get this offense from? Oh, they blowing motherfuckers out. The offense always been good. We was in the top 5 in offense all year. I remember against a lot of good teams early in the season, we was beating them by double figures. You know what I'm saying? See, that's one thing about it. If you don't know about my team, you can't talk about it. Like we had a brother come on Facebook, and I made a little video. Negro, you from Jersey. See, I try to ignore motherfuckers that speak like that. If a person say that, that means they never been to New York and Jersey in their life. You see what I'm saying? They never been to New York and Jersey in their life. A person that speaks like that. So all I put back in the chat, my brother, if you don't know the geographic of the 2 states, then don't talk about it. If you don't know that Jersey runs from down from Philly up to Manhattan, you don't know nothing about the United. You need to go try. See, that's what I'm getting ready to do. I'm getting ready to go places I haven't been. Because I can't talk about places I haven't been. I haven't been to a lot of big places. And I got a bucket list of places here in the United States I want to. No, y'all stop thinking about running your motherfucking asses over to another country. Study where you live at first. And then you go over there and see how they live. You know what I'm saying? I just seen how they live. And it wasn't because I wanted to do it. It was an obligation I had to the military, the Navy. That's the only reason I went to a lot of these countries. I've seen a lot of these countries. You know what I'm saying? Because of the Navy. Well, for the Navy, I'll be like, I probably would have seen a lot of places here in the United States that I haven't seen. So go see other states so you know what they're about, who they close to, who they share shit with, because we share TV, newspaper, radio station, transit going back. I got a train that'll take you from downtown North into the garden, right up under the garden. I ain't got to go outside. I can go right up the escalator into the fucking garden. You know what I'm saying? People from New York work in Jersey, people from Jersey work in New York. But recently, a lot of people that grew up and were born and raised in New York is not living there anymore. They either moving south, Midwest, or over to Jersey because the taxes are low. They're getting away from them high-ass taxes in New York, right? So my thing is, if you don't know about it, don't tell me, oh, you from Jersey. Man, shut the fuck up. And they're going to come back and say to me, right? Oh, you up here crying about people. I'm not crying, bro. I'm stating facts and you just can't handle the realness of what I'm saying. You know? Well, you talk about the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, because I played the Dallas Cowboys. My team played. So why can't I talk about they ain't been nowhere in 35 years. You know what I'm saying? I was in a pizza place the other day. I just found a new pizza spot. The one I've been going to since I've been down here since '98. Oh, they off the map. I found a brother that's Italian guy that's from Long Island, had a big time pizza parlor in Long Island, and he moved down here. I don't know how long he's been here, but I just discovered it because I just moved on this side of town the last 4 years. But it took me 4 years to find this place. And the only reason I found it, because Aunt B, one of the brothers, our brothers here from Built for This Network in his own network, had a little cigar bourbon, house music set Saturday evening. And two of the brothers from Jersey went around there and got them a pie. And they was eating on it, so that, I'm over there, got me a slice. Man, that motherfucker tastes just like I was home. I caught a motherfucking goddamn, what they call that, flashback. I thought I was on Bruno's in Irvington Center eating a motherfucking sliced pizza. That's how good that bitch was, right? And then when I go to the spot, after I leave the cigar, bourbon set, I go to the spot to get a pop. Who I meet? I meet nothing but Jersey, New York people that know about it. One girl told me the history of the guy that owned the place because she's from Long Island. I met a brother, him and his wife. He's from North. She's from New York, right? I'm like, damn. We had good conversation. People in there eating because they got dining. They serve all Italian dishes I love. So I said, damn, that's my new spot right there. I can go get me a meatball palm. I can go get me some ziti, spaghetti. Well, I'll make my own spaghetti, but get some ziti. Or, whatever's on the menu that I like, I can go get now and don't have to worry about that being cooked right. Because a lot of people are fake cooking Italian, but they don't know how, So we had a great conversation. I also networked. I told them about Built for This Network. They're gonna be checking out one girl in there. She told me she wanted a podcast on her life. I said, baby, check the shows out, check our website out. And hey, if you're serious about it, talk to me in the panel. And we can see what you really want to do. So I gave her the credentials and everything. It's up to her to call me because I'm not going after people no more. You know what I'm saying? Me and Crown to talk about that last week. I ain't going after nobody. If I tell you what I got, and you're welcome, you got my credentials, hit me up. I'm not hitting y'all up no more. I don't even want your credentials until you truly about the game. But anyway, back to what I was saying, all in all, the Knicks are destined to be champs. And as of today, I know how good OKC is. I know San Antonio got young players with Wemby, but we didn't beat them 2 out of 3 times this year. We did San Antonio. We beat them in the play-in championship game. So I want motherfuckers to start talking about, all y'all have to do is win a play-in championship. We're on our way to try to win a real championship now. So talk about that shit, all right? OKC, we had 2 good games with them this year. We let both of them get away. We was winning both of them. We let both of them get away at the end. I think now that we're focused, we really clamping down on defense, I think that we can go ahead on and beat them in the 7-game series. That would go 7. That would go 7 because that's a tough ass team to take out. And they showed it last year when they beat Indiana. They went 6 with Indiana, I think. Yeah. Tough team to take out, but I feel we can do it. And see, the thing I don't like is, right, a lot of Knicks fans, now Knicks fans, you ain't gonna like it, but a lot of Knicks fans are turncoats. What I mean by turncoats, when we fired Thibodeau, the old coach, that was there for 4 years. He went to back-to-back championship of the East, right? A lot of people felt we shouldn't fire him. But hold up. For one, you don't own the fucking team. For two, a lot of y'all don't even study the team. If you study the team, you'll know why he got fired. A lot of y'all just watch the fucking game and don't know nothing that's before the game, you don't know what's going on. After the game, you don't know what's going on because you're not listening to see what's going on inside. Right? You always see all this shit outside. The pop and circumstance and all that shit. That's all you see. But you don't see what's going on. You don't see what the coach is talking about. You don't see what the players talking about. The players, a couple of players wanted him gone. They're not going to say who the players were, but a couple of players wanted him gone. Their manager was mad because he said, this is the way I always coach, and I'm always going to coach like that. How you going to tell somebody that pay your salary what you going to do when they suggest you do something different? His main problem was he wasn't letting the bench play, younger players. We got about 6 young players on 6 teams, 6 different teams. Well, two of them, they was traded, so you can't. 3 of them was traded, so you can't really speak on them. But we got some players on other teams that was traded because they wasn't getting no playing time, and they was good. They was good enough to go to other teams, either start or the first man or 2 up. They're getting time that they wasn't getting hit. You know what I'm saying? And then another thing, if you really knew basketball, you know that Tibbs was he was in Minnesota, couldn't do it there. He was at Chicago. He wore Derrick Rose down. So he started having knee injuries all the time, surgery. You know what I'm saying? He runs players to the ground because he don't want to go past 6 or 7 players, mainly 6. And you can't win like that. These jokers, the 2 years we went to the conference championship, we was hurt because he ran players down. We had injuries going in those games. Right now, we are the healthiest we ever been as a basketball team. The healthiest. Anunoby, he ain't played the last 2 games because he got a slight strain of the hamstring. A slight strain means rest and treatment. I guarantee you, he's going to be like that horse they shot up and he won the Kentucky Derby. They shot him in that hamstring and he won that Kentucky Derby. He'll be back. We don't play till next Saturday night or Saturday, whatever. He'll be back. He'll definitely be back. And when he do come back, that just make us even more stronger because we're bringing 4 men off the bench easily. 4 people off the bench. That's 9 players. So Coach Brown, all I heard when they hired Coach Brown was, oh, he ain't never did shit. He failed at Sacramento as a coach. He failed at Cleveland as a coach, where he was somewhere else, they say. I'm trying to think of the other team. He failed there as a coach. Well, hold up. As an assistant coach, defensive coordinator of team, he helped them win championship. He got championship. He got ring out here. He got some rings. And then y'all forget, I think the last year Golden State was on a run to win the championship. He coached the team all the way through the playoff. And when they got the championship, Steve Kerr came back from his illness or whatever he was going through. You know what I'm saying? So, players can play, but they also need direction too. You just ain't gonna take 5 off the street and put them in the NBA championship game and say go play without any type of direction as a coach. You know what I'm saying? So all this hate for Coach Brown, y'all need to kill that bullshit, man. Y'all kill me with that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of New York Knicks fans who saying it too, especially the Gentile. And what made me mad was when brothers were saying it. I'm like, what the fuck? It's about to get a chance. We don't get that many chances. We are either 1 and done, 2 and done, or 3 and done. Look, Tibbs got 4 years to do it. He couldn't do it. And then when they let him go, oh man, that's a mistake. How you gonna get rid of a coach that took you to it? Eastern Conference Final 2 years in a row. Easy. Tell that motherfucker bye. That's how you do that. Because the guy we brought in won one more game than him during the season, right? He plays 8 to 9 men. None of the stars is tired or worn out or beat up, right? His team is in the top 3 to 5 in offense, right? Tibbs ain't never had that shit. He ain't never had it. You know what I'm saying? Tibbs, I seen Tibbs would let the team would be winning by a lot, let them sit there and the other team that came back on before he called a timeout. So if you ain't a fan, you would know that shit, you know? I'm not saying Tibbs ain't no good coach, but he ain't the coach for my team. You know? Shit, Hawk, why don't y'all go get the motherfucker? Maybe you would have beat us this year if you had. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? Philly, get rid of Nick Nurse. Because that's all he doing on the sideline is nursing players. Because he damn sure ain't coaching. Why don't y'all go get him? For everybody that's out there that talk shit about us and your team ain't shit, don't get Tibbs to coach the team. Maybe I'll be something. You know? But we ain't never shit. And that's to me, that's gut wrenching. Before I finish up, man, we got another celebrity in the chat room, man, from Tennessee. Go for this network's own. Wednesday night, 7 o'clock. My Perspective is show, right? This brother, man, put prayers in the chat room for him and put a lot of prayers out for him, man. He just lost his father, but he said his father lived a good life, man. You know what I'm saying? Big ups to Truck D, man. And man, you know, once again, condolences to you and your family, man. And prayers go out to your father. Rest in peace, because he's already in heaven. Even though the funeral wasn't here, his soul is already in heaven. He's up there looking down at y'all, man, hoping y'all do the right thing, man. So big ups to you and the family, man. You know, anything you need, bro, holler at us, all right? You know, anything you need, just holler. That's all. But anyway, man, like I said one more time, man, big ups to the Knicks. Coach Brown, I don't know if they gave out Coach of the Year yet, but I don't know how you overlook him. Now, he ain't just did this now. He's been winning throughout the season. And he has some big, good wins. If you go look at percentage wins over teams, he has a good winning percentage over good teams. You know what I'm saying? So give that man his kudos, you know, and for all the people that said that we shouldn't have hired Coach Brown or he ain't the coach for the Knicks ain't gonna do it. I heard a guy say on a radio show that if Coach Brown don't make it to the Eastern Conference Final or the final, that he's gone. You know, it seemed like ever since Billy Donovan, the coach in Chicago Bulls, used to coach in college at Florida, got a couple championships. Ever since he got released as the Bull coach, everybody trying to put him over teams that got black coaches. But we're not looking at that. No. We're all you critics out there, especially the background listeners. I don't know. I don't see faces when I look at the numbers. I don't see faces, but I know you back there. But all you critics that criticize my team, my franchise, right? You don't see this shit. You don't see it. Half of y'all don't hear me until I say something and catch your ear. And you be like, huh, what you said? No, bitch, listen to the whole motherfucking conversation. I don't mean to call you bitch, but you know, that's how I talk. No, motherfucker, listen to I ain't mean to call you that either. Listen to the show and hear what I'm saying, then you'll know what I'm saying. But all in all, man, y'all gonna stop disrespecting my teams. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker said, y'all rings are tarnished. I ain't never knew gold will get tarnished. I thought gold stay gold. You can clean gold forever, it's always gonna shine. You know, So our trophies are not tiny. The people that say that are people that team don't have a trophy. You know what I'm saying? People that, they don't, people just say things. A lot of times, you know what? I got to put it in my mind. A lot of times they say that because they want to be us or be like us. You know what I'm saying? It ain't always hate. They want to be us and be like us. But it's hard for them to come and say, hey, I want to be a Knicks fan, or I'm down with the Knicks. I want to be a Giant fan. I'm down with, can I be down with them or something like that? You know what I'm saying? Everybody named mama a Yankee fan. I see a motherfucking Yankee fan. Don't know none of the players within the last decade or before that. They just sporting the hats. Yeah, Yankees. Yeah, Yankees winning. Yeah, I said, yeah, okay. Yeah, they win it every year. But they ain't won the championship, since '09. But they win it every year. We was in the World Series 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we got a great franchise over there. But it's time to win some motherfucking championships. That's what I'm saying. It's definitely time to win championships. Hey man, we got a brother up in here, man. He's from where the team I was just talking about. He's from there, from the Boogie Down Bronx. BX up in the house. He's living in Charlotte, North Carolina right now. Zulu Nation CEO and owner. We got the Jungle Brother up in here. What's going on, Jungle? Thank you for coming in, my brother. Yeah, man. But all in all, man, we got a cat. Yeah, he ain't in the chat room. We got a cat talking about every series talking about. I got the cash at me something. If you want to, if you believe in your team, cash at me something. Hold up. Why can't we bet on your team, too? You always talk about betting or not. Why can't we bet when it comes to your team, too? Their team is Lakers, and them bitches are 0-3. Why couldn't we bet? See, if I would bet at you on the Knicks and bet it on your Lakers, I'll be up seven games to 9. I'll be up 7 games to 9. You wouldn't even want to bet me no more. He ain't looking at that. He's just looking at we being happy. We're all in text thread. We being happy. He don't like it. So he gonna say, yeah, my Cash App is live. Yeah, mine is too, goddamn. My Zelle is live too. I ain't got paid on Cash App. Get Zelle and hit me on the Zelle. Jungle Brother said, Chief, it's those fans who love Tibbs, sorry ass. They wanted Mike Brown fired when we was down 2-1 to those ATL Pigeons, right? Look how Mike Brown is using the bench, keeping the starters fresh. Yeah, Tibbs wouldn't have did that. Tibbs would think a good chat. That's a good chat right there, Joe. Tibbs would have went straight up starters. Starters get back in. And played them until they was huffing and puffing. And at the end of the game, they could barely get their arms up to shoot the fucking ball. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, them the motherfuckers, Jungle. Yeah, that's definitely them. And the only reason I made a post on Facebook Saturday is because every time the Knicks lose, right? Every time they lose, right? Giants, Yankees, you hear twerk. You hear that all the time, right? But when they win, all you hear is this. Where the fuck you at? You know what I'm saying? They're like Casper, man. They're like Casper and Scary Ghost. You know? They scared their own shaft. They don't say nothing. They ain't got nothing to say. I went into a chat room this morning, and I wasn't gonna speak to the brother. I want to see you speak to me. I went to the chat room this morning, big time 76er fan. Everybody else, hey, what's up, T. Rocker? How you doing? He ain't say shit. And I'm not gonna give him the honor and pleasure of saying shit like about his team or anything like that, or even speaking to him until he speak to me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else spoke to me when I came in chat room. He was already in chat room. No, he mad because I mentioned his name in that goddamn FaceTime thing. But it's only a playful thing. He ain't mad at me like mad and whatnot. But he just mad because I called him out. You know, I said, yo, Rail, where you at? You usually got, I didn't say his name. You usually the first motherfucker in here talking about where Chief Rock at, where at, where Jerseyvern, where he at. Anybody seen him? You know what I'm saying? So instead of me typing it, I said, anybody seen Rail? Where he at? I don't see him on Facebook now. Where he at? You know? So, hey man, it's all good, man. You know, I take it, I like it. I do it for the fun thing. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy it. We lose. I'll be mad, but I laugh about it, you know. But I cry to myself. You know, that's how passionate I am with my team. Somebody asked me, somebody said I'm not dedicated, passionate fan. I said, you don't even know me like that. How the fuck you gonna sit there and tell me something like that? I've been cheering for these teams for over 56 years if I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Because you had to go through some bad times. We went through a lot of bad times with some of my teams, you know. We got championships, but we went through bad times too. You know? So I want to hear that. Gentleman said Tibbs would have kept those starters in until halfway through the fourth quarter. Damn sure would have. He damn sure would have. And then took him out for 2 minutes and brought him back in. You know? Well, to all my Knicks fans out there, man, one more round of Eastern Conference ball, and then the next thing you know, we be in the championship where everybody named Mama all over the world will be seeing us. Everybody named Mama will be seeing us. You know what I'm saying? Definitely that, man. One more. And then the thing about it is, there's 2 teams left. And right now they play tonight. And the series is 2 games to 1. Detroit is up on Cleveland. So if Cleveland win again tonight at home, it'll be 2 games apiece. By the time that series is over with, Knicks will be well rested, waiting for a team that just went through a slug match with the other team. And that's gonna be the first excuse. Well, they just played 6 hard or some hard games, and they had to travel here. Man, come on. You talking about Detroit and Cleveland. How far do you got to travel to get to New York? And then the thing about it, if Detroit win, we have to go there. But if Cleveland win, they come to us. We got the home court. So either way it go. People ask me who you want. I don't give a fuck. I want us to beat whoever come in there. I want us to beat them like we've been winning. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. People talking about Detroit beat us all 3 games this year, right? I ain't got no shoes. They beat us. Even though they didn't beat us full strength, they beat us, right? My thing is, right now it's a different ball. It's a 7-game series. Detroit young boys better be able to handle all the pressure that's coming. That's if they make it. You know what I'm saying? Cleveland, if they make it. James Harden, I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. You think you Scooby-Doo now? You're gonna be Scooby out of here. They're gonna take your ass to, they're gonna take him to work. Harden, one thing about Harden is a talented brother, but I think Harden really, he want the money. Everybody want the money because the money is good. He getting paid good. But I don't think he really wants the glory and glamour that goes with that, or going to a title game. I don't think he wants that. Because every time you get a chance, he don't make it there. You know? Okay, he had a good game the other day. He kept them from being down 3-0. You know what I'm saying? But what are you gonna do tonight? And if y'all do get over the hump of beating Detroit, what are you gonna do when it comes out? Because I know you're gonna be fearful. Much as you like to dribble, we're gonna be doubling your ass up. Whoever gets the ball, we double them up. You've seen that. I think nobody's talking about the Knicks' defensive presence where we done stole the ball at least 15 times within the last 6 games. 15 times a game. That's what it is. It's about 15 turnovers a game for the opposite team. So my thing is, you can't even look at the film from the season. You got to look at playoff film. You know, that's the only way you're going to try to handle the situation with us. Let's look at playoff film. If you don't look at playoff film, then you fuck. So and I think Coach Brown is doing such a good job of switching up a lot of shit, changing a lot of shit. But I've seen them run a lot of different types of sets. You know, they ran different sets against the Hawks, against the Sixers. I guess it depends on what type of defense you want to get. You know, and the Hawks had a little grimy type defense that would grind on you, but we found a way to ungrind it and blow them out. So the Sixers defense was like at a bullfight. Ole! You know, they just let you get through. So once we found out how they was playing us and what's their soft spots on the defense, man, we killed them. We just killed them, man. I mean, it ain't too much. I mean, what could you say when your team is blowing motherfuckers out and people leaving the game or stop watching the game? What could you say? Only thing I can say is I love it. Don't talk about everybody else. What could you say? I'm loving it. You know what I'm saying? The commercial. I love it. I'm loving it. Yeah, I love it, man. I love it. I mean, this is like Microwave said yesterday on the show. He ain't seen me smile like this in a while, you know, and shit. I said, yeah. I said, I'm going to smile until we get that trophy. Huh? Matter of fact, I may, it all depends on if they put out there when they going to do it. I may be up there in June. They had the goddamn Heroes, what they call that? The Cannon of Heroes Parade, where you coming down the canyon. What they mean by canyon, it's like it's a bunch of all big, tall buildings. People all up and out the windows looking. Confetti flying down from wherever, you know what I'm saying, onto the streets and the players as they ride through the cars and on these floats and shit like that. Yeah, I may go see that this year. I went to 2 of those, and both of them was, one was the Giants. That's the only year the Giants did in New York. The other time they did it in Melbourne. I went to the Giant one, and I went to one of the Yankees one. There'd be a lot of motherfuckers out there, boy. Shit, boy. There'd be a lot of motherfuckers. It's best to watch you on TV. Yeah, shit. I mean, when I said you can't even hardly walk, when the parade passes you, that's when you can just jump out in the street and say, God, there's a lot of stank motherfuckers up in that crowd. Yeah. And then, just try to find you a way going back the other way. Good. When they get down to the platform and all that, all that conversation and talk, it's all good. I like hearing what you're saying. But by that time, half y'all motherfuckers drunk. So a lot of shit you're saying, I don't even want to hear it. So I just watch the parade, man, because it's people cheering and yelling and, throwing gifts and stuff at the float and car. Ain't nothing to hurt you, but, just showing love and appreciation and whatnot. That's a good sight, man. That's a good sight. I think we have the best celebration. And see, I go back to people. I'm like, why anytime you talk about something, there's always y'all got the best. What we do? Who the fuck comes down the canyon of heroes? Do you know that? That means 27 championships with the Yankees, right? 4 with the Giants. You celebrate. I say Yankees, Giants. The Knicks. Their 2 they came down. You know what I'm saying? So that's like heroes coming down there. They coming down the canyon. Because when they get down to the end of the motherfucking road, when they go into the platform, that's the battle. No, I'm just making that shit on that part right there. But it sounds good. You know, you go from the canyon, you in the valley. You know? But yeah, man, I'm just loving it, man. I'm just happy. If I'm happy, y'all be happy for me. Don't hate against me, please. Be happy for me, don't hate against me. Because I would get on you about that, man. We'll get back to some more Nick talk. To all my Nick fans. You know, we got other things to talk about. This is a recap entertainment show where I recap everything from sports, news, entertainment from the weekend to now. All right. So just bear with us. We get ready to move to something else right now, man. MLB, man. Major League Baseball. A lot of people don't realize what's going on due to the fact that all this good basketball is happening. You know what I'm saying? NFL draft and stuff like that, the combines and stuff. So baseball is like easing its way in. Once they get to the championship round of the NBA, you'll hear more about baseball. You hear a little this and that here. But if you don't have a basketball team in the party, then you definitely concentrating on baseball. I don't think there's too many people watching USFL. That's why I'm talking about. And they may not want to hear it now. Jungle Brown said, look how Big Cat and the team is developing under Mike Brown. It isn't just relying on Brunson or Randall when he was here. Good coaching is what we needed, not a worn out team with shredded tires. Good point. Good statement. Man, Jungle Brothers must have taken some, you must have had your meds this morning because you on ball this morning. You definitely on ball this morning, man. But back to the MLB. Right now, baseball is like 40-something games in, right? In the American League East, you got the Yankees and Tampa Bay Rays. The Yankees is 26-15, and the Rays is 26-13. They got us by a game in first place. So they is holding the first place spot in the East. And the reason they got that because we just got swept in Milwaukee. I don't know where that came from, but we got swept in Milwaukee. Cleveland is in the Central. The Central must be a sorry division because to be in first place in your record is 21-21. That's about 100. That got to be a shitty ass division in. You know what I'm saying? But if Cleveland on top of them, it's shit. And in the West, now it get even more shitty. So that must mean all the good teams in the East. So in the West, you got the Oakland A's in first place, and their record is a game and a half better than Cleveland. They're 21-19. You can really say 2 games. It all depends on the percentage points, Yeah, right? That's the American League. Take it over to the National League, where you got the Braves finally back to form. They win the games and they on top of the AL East, like normally they would be. They are 28-13. Braves playing ball. And they keep losing their star player, Acuna. I'm starting to wonder, what the fuck is Acuna doing? Maybe he need to get some secret goddamn steroids that they can't detect to keep his ass healthy, man. He don't have no big shit. Yeah, probably one serious injury. But he don't have no big serious injuries. All these little nagging shit in there that may last for a little while. So Acuna, man, get together, bro. I don't know who you train with or who works you out. They're not getting you to where you need to be. That's all. So if I was you, I'd go talk to Derek Jeter about who he used to work out with or who was his trainer, because you know Derek Jeter damn near ever was, you know. So the Braves are 28-13. The Cubs is in the Central. They're 27-14. The Cubs got a nice squad too. And San Diego and the Dodgers are tied in the West at 24-16. So that's your baseball standings and round out. And all the teams I mentioned has been balling here and there. But like I said, baseball is a long season, 162 games, and they only have 40-something now. They still got about 120 left, you know. So we'll be going over baseball just about every week now that everything else is starting to slow down and end. So we'll be getting there, man. And speaking of the devil, he just came in the house. Guess who stepped in the room? From South Central LA, weighing in at a over 7 record. He goes by the name of the greatest from South Central LA, the Gudio man, ex-squad affiliates up. What's up, the great? Yeah, we thought you weren't gonna come this morning. But you here? You made it. You made it. And it was a top conversation this morning, all through the weekend. If you, like I said, if you watch different shows on TV, you'll see this. You know what I'm saying? So what's going on is we already know that they don't want us to vote no more. I spoke on that earlier, how they don't advertise to you the early voting spots, all of them, not just one spot here or there, all of them, the early voting spots, and they're not advertising the people that's running. I don't want you sending this shit on my fucking text message because you got me registered as a voter. I don't want that. I want to see you on some commercial. I want to see your people riding around in the car with the loudspeaker talking about vote for DeMarcus the Great. He should be the best candidate ever that California's seen. Don't vote for the Democratic Party and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They don't do that shit no more, man. I don't know why not, but they don't do it, and they need to do it. See, advertisement and a lot of shit, sports and everything else, it's not being advertised, man. You know, the shit can come on and somebody like, hey, y'all see the fight? And these motherfuckers doing that. I'm like, what fucking fight? Man, fight on so-and-so, so-and-so. I said, well, what channel? You know, pay-per-view somewhere, you know. But see, people understand, you got 2 or 3 different pay-per-views. You got dancing, you got a couple other ones, you know, regular pay-per-view. You got a couple other ones. But you got a couple of pay-per-view ones, man. You know, you ever get like shit in your eye, man, and you go to rub it, and it seems like it's on your eyelashes and shit, man. Oh, this shit be fucking with you, bro. That's why I be squinching a lot. But I be having that shit on my own every time. I need to keep me some Visine over here by me and shit, so I can go ahead and get whatever out in the red. But yeah, man, you know, I mentioned this one time before, that you can tell the states that are there, because the governor is the highest in every state. So you can tell whatever state governor is a Republican because it's a red state. You know it's a red state, right? So my thing is, right, what they trying to do is, because you have just as many blue states as red, they're trying to put more people like Congress people, like it said, like you got 6 in your state, they're trying to give you 5 more to have 11 represent your state in the Republican Party. I just heard the Republicans. I don't know if they're doing how many they add to the Democratic Party. But that's all I see is Republicans. How many they add in all these states. One state, damn, they got the Democrat representatives. I say this was all red right here, and this was blue. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, right, and this was mentioned on another show. I give people their credit. I didn't think about this because I didn't go that far. Without the far as out with how they trying to stop us from voting. That's the reason they want to have that many people in Congress. So these people can control the voting places, the voting sites, the vote period. You know, so all in all, this is my thing right here, right? Like I said earlier, until we get respectful leaders, this motherfucker in the White House, he done went from 45, 47, the orange man, to this motherfucker in the White House. Until we do something about him. A lot of shit that already changed, a lot of shit that's changing now, and a lot of shit that's gonna change in the future, because he got about 2 years now. It's gonna hurt us. We're gonna be what they call we gonna be what I said earlier. Not undercover, you know, you can say undercover, but we're gonna be another term of in the closet slaves or low class slaves or whatever type of slaves we gonna be. That's what we get. We still live in slavery, you know what I'm saying? And just because you feel you got a little freedom, you can do this, do that, do this, and you can say this, say that. That shit ain't true. You got a limitation of what they're gonna let you say, do, or whatever, you know, due to the fact that we're not representing ourselves like we used to. So it's just all type of people are walking over, just walking, stomping over. You know what I'm saying? So until we can get a hand of this, until we can get somebody that's going to be a spokesman to get us all back together on the same page, until we start teaching our young folks coming up what they need to do to make things better, it's going to be like that. I see people, a lot of younger people out here that have these kids don't think what their kids is doing is a problem. Don't think they're doing anything wrong. And that's sad. Because I'm quite sure when you was coming up, your mother ain't let you do a lot of the shit they do. Or you ain't even think about it. But then you gotta look at what age group you're talking to. You know, we gotta narrow down the age group of people there before somewhere within our century, we lost the teaching, man. Let me see. We lost the teaching. I can't think of the word I want to use, and they go right along with what I'm saying. But we just lost teaching our youth, our own, how to grow. They're stuck right here where all this shit stopped. They're stuck there. They don't know nothing outside that bubble. They in the bubble. All they know is what they doing now. Scaring people on the road by going in and out of lanes, hauling ass, road rage with people, cussing your own people out, disrespecting them. You know what I'm saying? I rarely ever see a person coming out their house or apartment with a smile. They always come out like this. All the time. So a motherfucker like that getting into your vehicle, how you looking at? If they don't say good morning, I'm wanting to throw the motherfucker out of my mouth. Because I always was taught, no matter who it is, whenever you go into anybody's establishment, That's anything that these people own. Or if you just go into any place, yeah, that's like home. The first thing you say is good morning. Maybe some people don't want to say good morning. They say grand rising. Whatever you say something to let that person know that, hey, I'm not a bad person. How you doing this morning? Blah, blah, blah. Or whatever, you know? And the same people that come in your car like that, at the end of the ride, they got the nerve to say, you have a nice day. You have a great day. I don't even say shit. I don't even look at it. I'm like, check the motherfucking thing for the next ride. That's what I'm doing. I ain't got time for that shit, man. Jungle Bus said, Chief, if our Yankees had consistent cupcakes to play like the Diamondbacks, the Rockies, we'll win 100 games every year. NL West is nothing but AAA baseball. Laugh out loud. Yeah, you got a point there. The farm league of all leagues. Oh, yeah, there you go, Jungle. The functional slave. There you go. Man, Jungle on the ball this morning. Yo, man, you had your Cheerios this morning? Me on the ball this morning. Big up to you, Jungle. Yeah, man. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough because those southern states that are doing that, it was mentioned that, well, if they don't do that, and they make a lot of money because it was a representative from Illinois that is black, but you got a talk show host or somebody on the radio or something like that is discriminating him to be a person you shouldn't listen to. So that's not the only state that's probably doing that in the South. There's probably other states too. So if all the black players that these teams in the South are recruiting, Georgia, LSU, Alabama, Florida, all those schools, those black players should not go there. They should go to all the states that are blue represented and see how the South like that. See if they will ever change and get right. Right now, they don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Don't give a fuck. You got a coach like Lane Kiffin, probably never played their ball in his life. His father was a defensive coordinator for the Super Bowl winning team. He was a good defensive coordinator throughout the NFL. That's how he got his name as being to be a coach. But as far as his offensive skills, if that's what he got, or either I put it on, he had been getting good young recruits to run the offense that he had. You know what I'm saying? And they're so good, they run the offense better than it probably would be ran if they didn't have great talent. You know? So my thing is, okay, that's a good idea. Boycott. No black athletes go play in none of them southern schools. Right? Well, who gonna preach that to them to do that? I'm waiting. Who is gonna preach that to the kids not to go to these schools, go to other schools that their states are not ready? You know what I'm saying? If they did that, the SEC would be that name. It would be Shitty Elite Shitty Elite Countries. Yes, shitty elite country. You know what I'm saying? That's what it'd be. If you stinking so bad, they will know what to do. And ain't there one of them taking one of them schools. This is where you show how you got good coaching. Okay, they lose all their black players. Let's see if these coaches that they say good will bring their team to the promised land. It won't happen. It won't. It won't happen. Because the playmakers are not better than ours. Your interior lineman is not as rough and tough and dogged as hours. You know what I'm saying? So what are you gonna do? That's just football. And basketball, so every team you play, if you ain't had no brothers on it, they'll be out leaping you in the gym. They'll be out finessing you. And that Euro step, that shit would be running now instead of Euro stepping. They'll be running. I seen a motherfucker do a Euro, and it's like he ran to the basket and slam. You know, it wouldn't be that. You know, so only way this can happen, only way we can stop these southern states from doing what they're doing, you gotta stop the kids from going to school. You gotta stop. Give them basketball on Saturday. Because I'm quite sure they don't want to go to a game and see all these Gentiles playing and the game looking like one of those you ever had one of them football games and shit where you put all the men, line them up on the line them up. This is before video. Line them up on the field, and then you cut the motherfucker on and you got and they moving like that, and you hoping that the man that in the backfield run the ball and shit like that. You can't throw in this. You gotta be all running. That is the most hardest shit to do, the most aggravating shit to do, and the most tiring shit to do is to play that goddamn game. I think I had that motherfucker for a couple of months. That bitch was in the garbage can. I couldn't put up with it no more. And then if you got somebody on the other side playing against, I usually play by myself. Because it's one of them type of games you really need to play by yourself because how slow it moves. If you got somebody on the other side, they're always trying to move them in by pushing them and colliding them. I said, man, this ain't how that shit go. Stop. You know, this ain't how that shit go, man. This is now you fucking up the game, you know? Yeah, but that's how it could be. It would be that boring football, you know? Ain't no highlight plays, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no highlight runs or catches, you know? It'll just be basic fucking football. And then now you look at all other schools, they got all these brothers that's going there now that should have been in the SEC. They go to these other schools. You watch how all these teams are dominating now. Especially if they go to a school like let me name the school. They got a football program and they did shit. Georgetown got a football program. That's my basketball school. Georgetown. You should see them brothers in Georgetown, because Georgetown get out good in the money. You should see them brothers in Georgetown. Georgetown be in the running for the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never sniffed winning the goddamn conference they in. You know what I'm saying? They ain't never sniffed that. Because they're independent, because the Big East don't have a football. You know. But yeah, man. We gotta do something, man, because it's like by them going there, they're slaves to the game. You know what I'm saying? By them going to them schools, they slave to the game of football, basketball, track, baseball, whatever you play. You're slaves to the game because your master is those motherfuckers with the red ties on. You know? Your state you in is red. Another way you can find out if a state got a red governor is if they got a no carry law. No carry. You know? When they started that, like our governor said, it's gonna be a no carry law in here. When they started doing that, I said ain't nothing but trouble. And now, I forgot when he started it started back probably about a year or two ago. But from then to now, there's more killings down here. Shit. I believe there's more killings down here than New York and Jersey put together. And I ain't no lie. I get the news up there. I watch the news up there too. I watch ABC up there, you know. That's the only news channel I really like. I don't like CBS, especially down here. Down here, Fox is nothing but racist. You know what I'm saying? NBC. I don't watch none of them other stations news. I just always watch the ABC news. Or whatever. But yeah, that's exactly how it's gonna be what it's gonna be like, and when it's gonna be, nah. It ain't no certain time. That shit happening now, you know. Yeah. Let me see. Chief, if our kids stop going to school, and Gerald Manning states, and Gerald Manning states, I think I said it right. Gerald Manning states. I'll wipe out the SEC. Started with LSU, Texas, and Texas A&M. Yeah, definitely, man. All the motherfuckers, man. UGA, Tennessee, all the motherfuckers, man. Due to the fact that when you go to the game, just how you know what you're getting. When you go to some of them SEC games, and you look in the stands, tell me what you see. I'll leave it alone. Tell me what you think. You don't see too many of us. We had the sports bars or home cheering them on. You know? Yeah, that's sad though, man. I mean, I'm gonna speak on a brother that a lot of us know. I don't want to skip this because I missed it last time. But what made me really say I'm not gonna miss it today, his son had a serious interview, right? My brother Cool said, and y'all mentioned him last week as a joke in the chat, but that was funny as hell too. But this is serious, some serious shit right here. His son, which I knew ever since he was a little seed, playing a little, probably rec ball, little league ball, right? Now he's a man getting ready to go to his first year of college, full ride at North Carolina A&T, right? Byron Hughley, his father, we call him Cool Sell, right? He had an interview with the paper down in his town. He stayed down in South Georgia, not too far from me, probably about an hour from me, right? Good interview. The interviewer was on spot. But what I mainly liked about the interview was how much this kid had grown. The way he answered the question, the way he spoke on his father and his mother. He gave his mother credit, her props. Mother's been a school teacher since he was a kid. She's, I think she's into a principal, I think vice principal role now. But he always gonna be educated because his father's also educated. His father also was a football coach for the school he played at in high school, down in Columbus, Georgia. And by him being a coach, and I always told him this, by you being a coach, it's easy for you to coach your son football. But the hard part for a lot of other people besides you is making sure they stay educated. See, by him and his wife, or his son's mother, I'm gonna give him a wife, I don't even know if they're married, by them two being in the position they are, the kid never heard education. Because he can go to either parent to ask about something, learn something, and get educated by them in a lot of things in life too. Not just school, but life in general. So he spoke about a lot of stuff like that. And he gave big ups to the school he going to. He thanked them for recruiting him and bringing him on. Man, I mean, I post the interview up in different social media, so y'all can go there and look at it. It's off of Twitch, but you know how Twitch. Yeah, it's Twitch. Yeah, it's Twitch. It's off of Twitch if you got Twitch or whatever they call that shit. X, yeah, X. It's off of X. But if you want to hear it, just hit me up and I'll send it to you. But good interview, man. Good. The boy that grew up, man. You can tell that work from his mother and father, he grooming himself good too. Because a lot of kids I see, you know, their hair be a little raggedy, you know, be trying to have the braids and stuff like that. Their hair be a little raggedy. You know, some of them may not put no lotion on their face, a little ashy. This kid was grown. Hair looked like it just been done. He got the big thick braids coming down. Hair looked like it's been neatly done again. Skin looked good. You know what I'm saying? And then just his conversation, man, the way he talked was on point. You know, he didn't talk like a lot of these other kids that's here from the country. You know, but you know, Shorty, you know, once I step on campus, I'm gonna bring their heat. I'm gonna make it rain. You know, you ain't say none of this shit. You ain't say none of that shit. You know, yes sir. Yes sir. Yeah, I'm gonna run up and down the field, man. Like ain't nobody gonna be able to hang with me. I'm the truth. Come on, man. Get better. You can sell yourself, but selling in a better way, man. You know? They lose me when they say show it. When they say folks. Yeah, folks. Yeah, I had a good game, folks. You know, I ran forward 5,000 yards and had 18 touchdowns. You know. Okay. You did all that. That man got the stats on the phone. You don't need you to tell him that. Let him bring that up. You don't bring it up. You just sit back, answer the question, and then if he asks you to speak on something, then you speak like old boy did about his mother and father. You know what I'm saying? How they brought me up in this world. A lot of those that go play ball can't do that. But they friends with their mom. Single parent. You ain't gotta be friends. I told my son, you ain't my friend. I'm your dad. And you always remember that. You know what I'm saying? If you can't call me dad, you know what I'm saying? Or father, you know? I don't want to hear nothing else at you now because I'm not answering you. And I may go get the belt. You know? That's one thing I didn't have to do as much as it happened to me. I was a little hard-headed, motherfucker. I kept that belt on my head between the belt and the switch. And then one time, the electric cord. I kept it on me because sometimes I was hard-headed. But see, when you're hard-headed like these kids out here today, they disrespectful. I wouldn't even say they hard. They disrespectful. By me being hard-headed, not doing what I'm supposed to do or doing something I shouldn't be doing or whatnot, kept me getting my ass whooped, you know. But it made me a better person. That's why when people say, don't whip the kids, it's like slavery. No, you whip them motherfuckers. You don't whoop them, then they gonna go out here and try to embarrass you as being a parent that should have had made them make better choices than what they're making or what they're doing. You know? So big up to Mom Dukes behind me in heaven. And also, man, my bad. I should have did that at the beginning of the show. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers that I didn't get a chance to say that to yesterday. You know, happy Mother's Day. Keep doing what you're doing. You know, and remember Father's Day next month. But anyway, I give her all the credit, man. I give her all the credit due to the fact that I haven't been locked up, you know, doing no shit time. You'll get locked up for some little bullshit you did, but you'll be out of jail when somebody bailed you out or you did your little court thing. So one time I did get locked up, but I was out in less than 24 hours, you know what I'm saying? But I haven't did nothing serious to do no serious time. I've seen a lot of the world. I went to school for 2 years, right? I experienced a lot of different social things in life that a lot of people today trying to get with groups so they can do those social things. I experienced a lot of that. Since I've been down here, I've met a lot of people that instilled in me a lot of things that I don't think I would have never had got instilled into me if I was trying to be out here and be on my own and not be social. So that's what we also lack is having social skills, being able to socialize with people, network with people, get to know people. You go to an event with over 500 something people, you should come out of that place at least knowing 100 if you know how to socialize and network. You should come out there knowing 100. I'm going to come out there knowing half of the motherfuckers. Because I'm going to be around that bitch all night. Saying, hey, I see a couple saying, no, they just giggling, drinking. I'm like, hey, how you doing? I'm so-and-so, so-and-so. They tell me they name. It don't take a couple of seconds to do that. We look at a motherfucker and be like, that motherfucker thinks she look good. That's a woman saying to her. With that old Dollar General ass shoes she got on or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, why is you doing this? You know what I'm saying? Why don't you go and talk to the people and get to know them? And then later on, after you have had a couple of drinks and share your life, then you can tell about a dollar store shoe. But right now, I'm never be sitting. You don't know how much I want to pay. You know? Yeah, you get a lot of that, you know, because we don't want to be social. You know, being social is the best thing in this world today. You know? Because that's the only way you're going to get to know somebody, know who to be with or know who to stay away from. You just can't do that by looking at the person. Because the book has many covers inside. Don't judge it by the outside cover. Because the inside, the pages and cover could be totally different. You know? The outside scaring you away. But once you get inside, you're like, wow, that's hella fun. How much is he losing money because it's a scary title? No, you got people who love that. They love challenge. They want to see what's so bad about it or what's so scary about it. They're going to go read it or look at it, you know? All it takes is you just being a human being. I just put it like that. Being a human being. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what a human being is, I mean, being somebody that you want them to treat you with respect, that's the same way you gotta do it. That's being a human being. If you can't be a human being, then you might as well go ahead with the motherfuckers that's going down the stairs. It's like, go be with them motherfuckers. I don't want none of y'all around me. But I know I want to go up. You know what I'm saying? I had a shirt on this weekend that said Uptown. Not when I said Uptown, man. See, it says up top. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I want to be. I want to be either up top there or up top or on the game night. That's what I want to be. You know? I don't never want to be down or go down. You know? Motherfucker talking about one time told me, yeah, you're gonna get sent straight to hell. I said, that's how I'd already been down there, had some gasoline drawers on, came back up. You know? So if I'm burned, I'm still burned. That heat don't bother me. He failed me now, you know. Hey man, we in that part of the show right now because we got like 40 minutes left in the show. We in that part of the show now where there's entertainment report. It's about all type of entertainment. Usually we talk about movies, but I try to save that for my show on Tuesday night with the Crown Holder. So what I'm talking about now is you know, certain celebrities, people doing this, people doing that, you know. But before I do that, man, we got another Built for This Network superstar in the house. Goes by the name of Tony Williams, the T-Man, Tony Sanchez, DJ extraordinaire. What's up, T-Man? Okay, all right. Out here in this world of craziness, you may want to call it entertainment, or you may want to call it bootleggages. You know, but we have a main man, Stephon Diggs, right? I wasn't going to speak on Stephon today, but we spoke on it yesterday. But the only thing I want to speak on today is a statement was made about the young lady that was living there and was his nutritionist, cook and all that back. Because he had a woman that did his cooking. He had a woman that did his cleaning. He had a woman that did his setting up, wash his clothes. You know what I'm saying? He just had a little maid service going on in his house. Which I'm not mad at him. I wish I could have that. If I had to get up and touch shit, I could clean rag and towel right there in the morning, right? You know, my shit smelling like pine or Fabuloso or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I love that. I wish I could have that. But the lady made she made aggravations, how do you say that word? Aggravations about him choking her and shit like that. Okay. The first things I be hearing is, well, he got people living in like that. Is he banging them or shit like that? First and foremost, if a person came there to be an employee and want to get paid all the time, I hear this all the time. I don't mix business with pleasure. If I need pleasure from this man, they sure enough not be in his house where I work at. Even though I'm living in, it still wouldn't be here. But that's like I'm working for free. You know what I'm saying? Because after a while, they're going to start holding down some of your money because they're giving you luxury. You know, I'm going to try to keep it clean a little bit. That's why I use that word, right? So my thing is, why every time a situation rolls like that, they have to be fucking? They ain't have to be fucking. She may be a night. She may like Carly B. She may like one of the other women that's working. So why just because she got a nice body or fat, don't mean that she's all for men. A lot of times these women be for the opposite sex. But I done ran across that. So I'm thinking, damn, she got a banging booty, nice titties, she looking good and all that. Shit, she ready for a man. And you start talking to her, you're a nice guy and all that, but I'm not intimate. And right then and there, you felt like you didn't waste a year of your time in that few 20 minutes or so. You know, you thought you didn't waste a year of your time because you didn't get all that macking, and she gonna tell you that I'm not smacking. I ain't smacking that motherfucking place. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, all in all, man, you don't know what the situation was in the household. You know, people are guessing and going off of the conversation. But one thing to be known is, right, that the girl made an ass of herself when she went to court. That's what makes me think it's more to it than what is being put out there. She made an ass of herself. She wasn't answering the question. She would answer the question fucked up if she did answer the question. If she wasn't answering the question. So that's what made him win the case. So I don't really give him a victory. Y'all may say, oh, damn, Chief, don't be like that. No, I'm not giving him a victory for that. Due to the point, he had an airhead on stand that didn't know if she should take the money from you and your people or win this case and get more money, you know what I'm saying? Or just be a dumbass, took you to court and didn't know how to handle the situation. You know? That's something I can think of. But all in all, she getting naked off the whole bit. And that gotta suck. But see, I don't think this woman would have made all that noise and then coming out there without naked. Because motherfuckers count their money. When a motherfucker has a car accident out here, before he even see the lawyer, he counts his money. You know what I'm saying? So with her allegation towards him, she counting money whichever way it's coming. Is it going to come from me winning the case, or is it going to come from them giving me money on this other side? So I don't know. She ain't getting no money from the court side, but I guarantee you she got money from the other side. I guarantee you that. She got money from Stephon Davis. I don't care if it was offered and she turned it down. The hell no. Her lawyer got that money in the escrow waiting for this case to be over so she can sign off on everything and get her. You know what I'm saying? So for us to sit here and say, well, they turned that down, yeah. They letting us know that they turned it down. But ain't shit been turned down. That heifer got that money. That's why she's acting dumb on the stand. You know what I'm saying? She may not retract anything because she barely said anything, but she knew to keep her mouth closed from saying the wrong thing, you know? Well, hey, I'm not mad at you. If you got that money, you got that money. So you should be Gucci for a minute now. You know what I'm saying? You know, anybody that get their money from any type of lawsuit, I'm down with you. Because for one, the people you taking it for and the people that is giving it, they ain't about shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? They ain't about shit anyway. So, hey, you got it. You know, shit, give me mine. Yeah, give me my money. Ain't that what you say? You said, run me my money. Shit, I don't run no more, so if I owe you money, you get that motherfucking phone line, teleline. Is that what they go? Teleline. Yeah. That's the only way you gonna get it, man. But big ups to Cool Sal and his son ventures that's about to come up. Thumbs down for the SEC changing the Southern Eastern Conference and the Southern Eastern states. Thumbs down on you for trying to put more redneck into the house that don't need them, So it's not that big down there in all of the states. Matter of fact, you got a state that got a population of 5,000 people. That ain't big at all. You see all them motherfuckers in the den, right? Big ups to the MLB, with the teams that in first, teams that's close to being the first and trying to run for a title of the division. But big up Seattle, man. Big up. Definitely that. American League, all your leaders, National League, all your leaders. Big up Seattle, man. That's what's up. It was something else I had. Before I get into this other subject. Something else I wanted to speak of. It left my mind. And like I tell people, you get up in age, you gotta start, I don't know what that is you can eat. I think somebody said carrots or carrots for your eyesight. I don't know what that you can eat, but keep this motherfucker up here with. Don't let that elevator stop. Don't let this stop. You forget about a lot of shit. I always tease somebody I know about, your elevator stuck in between the floors. You're going to bring that motherfucker up and down. What's going on? Because you sure enough ain't communicating and answering what I need to be communicated at. So, yeah, man. Yeah, mine's a terrible thing to waste. That shit's being wasted a lot out here. That's for real, man. Hey, man, WNBA, the Women's Basketball Association, can kick back off, right? It was some nice games on yesterday. Some games came on Saturday, too, I think. But all in all, man, the league is back. The girls are getting paid more money than they, did before. Some of them get paid more money than they ever have. So all in all, man, WNBA is back. Karen Clark, she's back. Asia Wilson, she's on a money campaign. She out there collecting all these endorsement commercials, everything. Big ups to Asia, man. But she deserves it. She's the oldest one in the league right now, I think, so far. It may be probably one more person. The one of them players from Connecticut ain't gone yet. It should be one more player, or even some players on the active rosters, But all in all, man, WNBA is back. And, hey, man, if you're a women's basketball fan, they waiting for you. They're definitely waiting for you. Oh, the tight end from the Cleveland Browns, David Njoku. I think that's his name. I'm gonna keep it like that. Your mama named you David. Your father named you Juka. That's your last name. But anyway, big tight end. Catch the ball, bowl you over, run you over. He's going to the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, the Los Angeles Chargers, within the last couple of months, have made some big-time free agency, trade here and there, but they're better than their club. You get this guy play tight end for you with the quarterback you got and the receivers you got. He go over the field, and they go over the field. Both of them go over the field for each other. He's gonna be a beast out there in San Diego if he can stay healthy. That's all you gotta do is stay healthy. Stay healthy. Oh, he's a beast, man. Definitely. But it was sad to see you go. Clearly don't miss you. Clearly ain't gonna miss shit. Clearly they had so much shit that got away from them to the point they like somebody bitch, somebody fun club. Yeah, all day, all night. They open all day, all night. Come and get them anyhow. Come get them. They don't bite. Yeah, man. In the NFL, we picked up a great acquisition. DJ Reader, the nose guard that used to be Detroit Lions. He has been a free agent. And we picked him up, man. So that can answer all the questions. How we let Dustin Lawrence go, and we ain't got nobody good on the defensive line. And the defenses we running this year, you ain't gonna need a lot of people on the line. See, our two edge rushers are linebackers anyway, but they like to rush the pass. They like to make plays, right? Then we got the kid Carter from last year. He gonna be a linebacker behind one of the linebackers that's playing in and linebacker. He gonna be behind one, and the other kid, who was the other kid? I just drew a blank. He gonna be on the other side. But we got Burns, Thibodeau, like I said, Carter, and now we have the kid from Ohio State that plays linebacker too in rush edge. So all together, we got 4 rush edge. But with the different defenses we play, it would never hurt us because we can move our line of scrimmage around, our linebackers around, or the quarterback and safeties around. We can always move that and acknowledge the situation, but we ain't got to do that. We definitely ain't got to do that, man. But also, man, in the entertainment world, besides Diggs, we got other shit going on too. This is not celebrity woman right here. A woman walked up into a Subway restaurant, right? Because she liked that they weighed the meat, and she thought that the meat was calorie free, right? I don't know what made her think that shit. But anyway, she came in and had a guy made a sandwich and everything. Everything she wanted on the work. Come to find out, This shit funny, man. Come to find out, the woman said, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what's on my mind. My mind ain't thinking. I'm thinking I'm ordering a sandwich for my husband. My husband been out of town for 3 days. So I was ordering a sandwich for me. I can't eat the sandwich because I'm a vegan. Unless they take the meat off. But the meat been touching everything else. And she was holding the line up. And I'm like 2 people behind her. I look at that and like, really? You can't make this shit up. That's all I'm saying. The shit we have. If you go outside, I don't care where you go. Don't get your car. Keep your car parked. Unless you got, like with me, I would take my car, get up the hill or whatnot. But I'll park my car in the shopping mall, the grocery store and other stores at, right? And I would walk up and down this 138, just seeing the different things that's going on and happening. And I'm like, what the fuck? That's how bad it is. It's bad, you know? So mainly what I do, I go to little sets here and there, but majority of the time I'm home. But I can drink a beer, cold here, a shot of Hennessy, nice and smooth, you know what I'm saying? Got me a little something to eat, you know? And they gotta worry about nothing negative. No waitress trying to build her tip up, but she's still thinking like you ain't shit. You ain't shit, you ain't shit, you know? But yeah, man, you know, you hate to not do a lot of things, but a lot of things is keeping you in the house, chasing you away from it. Your next step is a lot of people gonna start moving out. Because every day you got these 50,000 people moving in. The whole Georgia, 50,000. The next day, maybe 100,000. Next day, more. It's gonna get up to 1 million people that moved in throughout this week. You know? One dude was on the news, he said, I'm so happy to be here in Atlanta, coming from Cali. Man, you don't know how the house I got with these acres it couldn't compare to how high a price of a house I had in LA. He said he spends so much money a month on gas and electric and shit like that. Not even mentioning how much he's paying for the mortgage, you know? So he was happy to be here, man. He said, man, I ain't never had this much land in my life at this price. But see, he lucked up. He didn't run across one of those developers that's here in Georgia buying up. If he would have ran across one of their houses they built or some land that they had, they put a house on, you'd been paying that shit. You know? You've been paying right out. So all in all, big ups to the people that can see through a lot of this here dumb shit that's going on. Big up to you. Because ain't no way in hell. I'm moving from another state and coming here and spending almost what I spend out there. You may have more land and a better house, but you're still paying almost what you paid when you leave. I never come down here and let nobody get me like that. Because my first thing when I come down, I'll be like, okay, where's the lower rent in a nice area? Where's the lower mortgage you can pay in nice areas? You know what I'm saying? Where's all that shit at? I want to see it, you know? And when I say nice area, I don't mean away from my people, because I want to live around a bunch of mixed people. I don't want it all black. I don't want it all white. I don't want it Negro up in there. I want it mixed. You know, a couple of Mexican, a couple of Russian, Italian, you know, a bunch of Negroes. I mean, you know, the ones that ones that raise their sons and daughters right. So you won't have all that crap going on in your subdivision when you're not there, you know. Yeah, but definitely, man, you know, all in all, it takes us as one or two to start the village all over. So one day we can have a big village. Everybody can be under one big ass gigantic, what they call that, the thing that circus be on. But we all be in one big circus atmosphere and shit. But it's room enough for everybody to get around, mingle, and survive and be comfortable. You know, that's what we need. If we can get one of those goddamn, I meant to tell, that's what I'm saying. Universal Soul Circus is down here. I meant to ask them, can I borrow one of them tents one day? I'm trying to get a group of Negroes together so we can talk about a lot of things and talk about what we need to do. I ain't got no indoor place, but that tent would be good enough. But if I can get me a good 500 to 1,000 people in there, that's a movement. That's a start. And if you're in different areas, you can start doing that with other people to get them together so we can come back as one. I'm tired of segregated of ourselves. I know being segregated from, you know, the Gentiles or other nationality, you know, that's natural. You know, they may not like it. But to be segregated from your own, it ain't no good. It sucks, man. Definitely that, man. Let me see. Yeah, man, back to the Knicks Day. We on the New York Knicks. We on the New York Knicks. They go. I hate that song. I gotta look into my archive and see if I can pull that bitch down. Like I know I got it, man. I got to get it, man, before we start back playing. That's one of my assignments. We got two assignments. One is mine, I gotta get that Knicks song. And then there's one that with me and the Crown Holder gotta make one with Built for This Network and the New York Knicks. It's that time, baby. Whenever you're on top, you can do on top things. I said on top, not up top. You know, to all my up top people, you know, I ain't say up top, I said on top. You know, we are on top. We are on top of the basketball world right now because everybody want to talk about the Knicks. When before, we was a laughing stock, you know, just dysfunctional, losers, coach killers. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never see us kill a coach. If the coach got killed, he killed himself. We ain't get rid of the coach and he was good because players ain't won. No, we ain't had it. That's Atlanta thing. We ain't had that shit. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta, a couple of these other places, that's big thing. You know, they get rid of good coaches on the one, you know, just because, for one, the city is jinxed down here. For everybody that don't know the history, the city is jinxed by one and only Mr. Mojo himself. Mojo put a hex on the basketball team, football team. That shit look like it's spread it. It ain't really spread to the baseball team that tough. It look like it's spread to all these other teams. Like the soccer team probably ready to leave out of here. Our first year we come in here, we win a championship. Now we can't even see the light of day no more. Yeah, you're in Jinxville. Oh, excuse me. Oh, you know what? I don't know what this is that's in me. It's like around my side, a little bit in my back. Like when I'm sitting up right here, you can feel how there's a tightness in it. But I got a little, like I pulled a muscle or something. But you know what I think it is? I think it ain't nothing but gas, because I remember I was feeling like this one time before. And one of the owners of the company I worked for, he had a gas problem, man. He a motherfucker. He can be back there packing up orders with you and just farting his little ass off, just fart. And you come by, you're like, ooh, what's that? You know, he don't even say nothing, crack a smile or nothing. And his brother was back there helping out. His brother was the head of the salesman, right? His brothers was back there helping out. He said, "Oh man, that's my brother. He got that gas problem, so he just let it out. He can't keep it in. He gotta let it out where he at. He don't have no control over it." I was like, "Yeah, you ain't gotta worry about me being up. Once I get in my truck, that shit gone. I'm not even coming in this part no more. I'm gonna stay outside after I shit my shit out." That motherfucker, because he the one told me, a lot of times you can get gas all up. He said a lot of times you think your heart is hurting. He said that could be gas. He said that's a lot of times that's gas. He said because gas be rolling around, if you don't let it out, it will. And shit, not to discuss nobody eating or nothing like that. Shit, one day, man, I've been driving all day. I got home, I went to go take a piss. And next time I'm farting like a motherfucker. That bitch just kept coming. Like I was in a truck or I was making a song or a beat and shit. Then it go. I'm like, what the fuck going on here with me? You know what I'm saying? So that's probably what's in me. All this shit trying to get out of me and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I may need to go take me a nice little walk a little later on. After I go see about this voting thing. I may go ahead and take me a little walk and shit. You know what I'm saying? See if I can get the rest of that shit out, man. But I gotta do something, man. That shit kind of scared me doing like that. Felt like you almost had diarrhea, like that shit about to come out. But no, it wasn't that though. That's real, man. But yeah, man. That's funny. Oh man. But listen, man, it ain't too much you can see. I'm not like a lot of people. They get on here, like, big win by their team, swept and all that. They get on here and have everybody but their mama on the show talking about the game and all that. It could be people don't like you, they'll do the same thing. Well, what did the other team didn't do that they could have did to stop the Knicks? They actually be sitting up there trying to mix up a chemical or solution to why the Knicks beat you so bad. Why not say we came to the gym, tied our sneakers up tight, and whoop that out? What you just said? We just didn't hesitate. We just whoop that out. They got to try to find out all these formulas and formats, excuses and whatever about why did they team or team they champ or lose. I tell you, they came out on the gym where they shouldn't have been. It was on the wrong court, and they got their ass whipped out of it. Matter of fact, I'll think about going buy me another broom and put the Knicks on that motherfucker and have it in my truck every time I go out. And when people get into the car, or if they put something in the trunk, right, which got the hatch that go up, they'll see the broom that says New York Knicks champions. That's what they're gonna be. I'm putting my bid in right now, champion. We're gonna win it all. I've been feeling that when we was in the tournament. And what they call it, the end season tournament. When we was in that shit and won that, I said, we win this, we can beat anybody. But we ain't beat no slouches. And then we beat a team that's could win their game and move on to the conference championship. San Antonio, we beat them to win the shit. Then we beat them one of the 2 games we played out the year. So we beat them 2 out of 3 games and shit. So there would be no problem. OKC would be a little problem, but the way we playing, the way coaching is coaching, we're finding a way and a solution. Who else? That's all. That's them 2 things. Because I don't think Minnesota had it all to win it all from San Antonio. and then you're gonna have a mad ass Wemby coming back because he got thrown out the game yesterday. You're gonna have a mad ass Wemby coming back. So as far as Minnesota thinking that they're gonna win this shit, good effort, but San Antonio ain't gonna let y'all win this round. You know, tomorrow night you'll see. You'll definitely see. All I can say is I'm on vacation until next round. Hey, shit, I'm gonna be doing that. Do this show next Monday. By then we'll know somebody get ready to come play the Knicks, and I'll do my show on Tuesday night with the Crown. But that's it, man. We done. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be done soon. So right now we ain't doing nothing. We're sitting back, relaxing on the beach, or getting treatment. But I don't think we're gonna start practicing until Thursday. I think that's the schedule. But these first 3 days of the week is your time to shine. But see, if I was as hungry as that franchise is our franchise, I would have these fellas stand somewhere in town doing some stuff to better themselves. You know what I'm saying? You know, from A to Z. Whatever it is from A to Z you need to do to better yourself, that's what you need to be working on right now. You know, I'm just a proponent. I'll let you have your good time, right? But at the same time, I want you to give me some time too. You know, make shit happen. But I know some teams, a team of mine, I can't say some team, I don't be listening to all the teams, but my team. But a team of mine in another sport, on their break time, it was a couple of days, instead of them working on their game, shit, these motherfuckers on a boat. Speedos and Timberlands on. They're on a motherfucking boat. And shit, I'm like, damn. So when game time came, this motherfucker dropping a lot of balls. You know what I'm saying? Two receivers. It wasn't just that one. Two receivers dropped some balls. That took us out of our rhythm in the game, and we lost to the Green Bay Packers. That was the year we should have went to the playoffs. You know, but it's all good. It's all good. You get to learn from your mistakes. You know, that's all I tell people. You learn from your mistakes, and if your mistakes happen to keep hampering you, then you got to work on something to change that situation. You know, and it don't take much. You know, you ain't got to be a rocket scientist to find out how you gonna do this or do that. You just do it. Just do it, man. But all in all, man, like I said, I had a great day today, man. I feel good this morning. It's already lunchtime, 12:34. But I feel good because, hey, man, no, for one, I should feel good about my team all the time, which I do. But for two, right, people can't let people say or do things to take you off your magnificent vibe. You know, and that's what I'm on right now. Like I'm on a fucking surfboard, going across the fucking high tide, coming in and out. That's what I feel like, man. But before I get up out of here, what I want to do is, hold on. If I leave for a minute, don't go no
Welcome to Built for This Network, where we inspire, empower, and motivate. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch at Built for This Network. Streaming 24 hours, 365 on Roku streaming app and Amazon Fire TV. Also join the movement at BuiltForThisRadioNetwork.com. We are Built for This Network, for the strong, not the weak.
For this, I get it rockin' like the Chief do. Two-step king, Mugadeen and truck D2. Hella clean, pull up white thing, looking see-through. Bust some bucks banging on the speaker, it get lethal. It don't be broad, but we can really get specific. Tell me what you really know about DJ Purplish. Poetic sense, Tony Sanchez, they bringin' heat. They in the zone every time like the ENT. Game on smash, got the padlock to it. It's for the strong, not the weak, even Madlock knew it. And if they think somebody better, they been sippin' on fluid. And ain't no party like a party with the bad knives moving. Okay, we built for this, built for this, built for this, we too built for this. Built for this, built for this, for the strong, not the weak, built for this. Let's go.
We are Built for This Network, for the strong, not the weak.
DJ Mugad. DJ Mugad. DJ Mugadin. Two-step king. In the zone. Yeah, he do his thing. Built for this. Network is his team. That's a family dream.
but I'm gonna have to pick me back up. But like I said, within time things get better. If we just keep a positive attitude and just try to show people what's hard to tell them these days. Try to show people that things can be better. You put your mind to it. You do it this way. You don't do it. You know, things will get better. But until then, it's not. It's gonna stay the same. But I just like to say, as I ended with, you know, my theme song. Let's just grow together. Let's love one another again. You know what I'm saying? We should not be battling each other. We should be loving one another. Once we do that, things get better. Listen, I'll catch y'all tonight with Poetic Sins on Miss Cloud. Tomorrow night, Jersey next up. Check me out. Y'all listen to me. Hello. Yeah. Yeah.